Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard, welcome in to the United Legacy Arms. I'm Sam, this is United People's TV, and this is the pre-match build-up show to Manchester United's game against Tottenham Hotspur. Because of how poorly Manchester United are doing, because of the situation that Spurs are doing, the media is trying to call it El Sacico, and that in itself pisses me off. But right now, Manchester United are in a dark place. It's been a pretty dark week, I'll be honest, for all of us with what's going on with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, with what's gone on with everything. And I'll be honest, it's oh, do I sound a bit muffled? What's going on here? Audio. I'll tell you why. That's coming up. How about that? This one should sound better. Is that any better? I think it was coming out the wrong microphone. Sorry about that. Appreciate the comments. It's because it was coming out of these ones. Stupid little muffly earphones. Anyway, that's what happens. Sometimes we're a bit, I don't know, unorganised, amateur. It's almost like watching Manchester United. That's what I did just there. But look, today it's we've got a strange game coming up, don't we? I think that's how I would describe my feeling going into this match today. I don't want Manchester United to lose. I never want Manchester United to lose, ladies and gentlemen. That will never come out of my mouth. And I don't understand this. Oh, it's a short-term pain for a long-term goal. No, get fucked. That's all I will say to anybody. Sorry if I'm swearing, by the way. Ian, I can see there your daughter, so I apologise about that. But it's not how I support my football club. But it's been a very, very tough week for Man United fans, after the 5-0 against Liverpool. Everything that happened on Monday with it looked like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to be sacked. We were all pretty convinced he was going to be sacked. And then Tuesday came around, the club did a big U-turn. He stayed in the job. But none of us are under any illusion that some irreparable damage was done in that game against Liverpool, in my opinion. No matter what happens today against Spurs, no matter what happens against Atalanta, and no matter what happens against City, I think irreparable damage was done in that game against Liverpool. Now, I've maintained all week long, and I've still stood, obviously it's my opinion, I stand by it. I don't think these 3 games matter. I don't think whether Manchester United win, lose or draw today against Tottenham Hotspur changes the fortunes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future. I personally think that Manchester United have already made their mind up about Ole, and that these 3 games are just a long goodbye, a very public and painful goodbye. I might be completely wrong on that, right? Because I'll tell you what, we're going to run through some comments from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that came out last night in a deeper interview with Sky Sports. I don't think he's given up yet. Of course he's not. If he really truly believes that he can save his job, then he will do that. But what will Manchester United do differently today, right? What we're going to do is the team news comes out in 5 minutes. As soon as the team news comes out, I'm going to be reacting to it. I can see Or's down there waiting. Ian's down there. Salim, Matt and Craig all waiting to jump on in the United Legacy Arms. Any other member on Facebook or YouTube, I've sent you all the invite link. If you'd like to come on and have a chat with me ahead of the game, make sure you do. And as members, remember, we're doing a giveaway this week. Doing a giveaway for this Ronaldo shirt. As you can see on Facebook as well, on YouTube, both of them, hit that join button, become a member, and you get entered automatically into a draw to win that. And any member who's already a member, you're automatically entered into a draw for that. And trust me, as I said earlier, I'm going to keep saying it. The giveaway is going to get really sexy on this channel over the next 6 to 7 weeks. So you really want to become a member and hit that subscribe button. But how are you feeling ahead of today? Will, you're saying surely not McFred. And I'll be completely honest, McFred was in my predicted 11. My predicted 11 for today's game was De Gea with Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, with Maguire and Varane, Fred and McTominay, Rashford on the left, Bruno in the middle, Sancho on the right, and Ronaldo up front. That was my expected starting 11. Now, it's 4 minutes away. Let's see if any news is coming out, early news. There's 4 minutes away from the actual team news coming out. And reports earlier today suggested that Manchester United might be switching to a 3-5-2, which would obviously be a big shift away from what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been doing quite a lot. It's not to say it's the truth and not to say it's going to happen, but we're going to take a look at that as soon as it comes out. Thomas, you're saying that we're going to win today. And I'll be honest, I'll keep my prediction for later. Well, I'll say my prediction. I'll say right now. I think we will. I think United will win today. I think what we're going to see is that surge that we do get when we really... I thought it couldn't get any lower than Leicester. And then the first half against Atalanta happened. I thought we couldn't get any lower than that. And then we got beaten 5-0 against Liverpool. I genuinely do not see us getting any lower. And Paul, you're saying that you are bricking it
and you can't see a response from the team, I think we're going to see it today. I genuinely think we're going to see it. And that in itself was, even that would leave me with mixed emotions because, all right, okay, we're going to start doing it now. Well, we should have done it last week against Liverpool. What's changed? What has changed? If the players all of a sudden, obviously the quality of the opposition we're playing is going to be massively different compared Spurs to that Liverpool team. But it would infuriate me. It would really infuriate me if Manchester United all of a sudden today have a tactical shape, have real discipline, have quality going forward, play as a unit, play as a collective team, when last week we couldn't have been further away from that. So it'll be a bittersweet victory. And that's why today, as I said, I've got a strange feeling going into today's match, a feeling that I haven't really had at any point really under Solskjaer going into it. And it's not because I want him to lose. It's because I fear that you're ignoring the elephant in the room here, that I think that Solskjaer's future has already been decided. And that's sort of, it's not skewing my opinion, but it's kind of making my mind up in how I'm thinking towards it. But what's your predictions? You let me know in the comments. I'll get a few of you on, as always, in the United Legacy Arms. But because we're at the late kickoff today, scores are already coming in. And that game between Arsenal and Leicester earlier, wow. 2-0 Arsenal against the same team that pumped us 4-2 only a couple of weeks ago, sorry. And they comfortably beat them. Leicester did improve when they were 2-0 down, but well, Arsenal were extremely impressive. And if Arsenal can do that, Arsenal really looking like a proper team today under Arteta. And that really sort of took me by surprise. And Ramsdale had an absolute blinder. So yeah, that sort of, it stings. It stings to see that happen, given what happened between Manchester United and Leicester only a couple of weeks ago. Josh, you're going for a 2-0. Anthony, you're going for a 3-1. Jerry, you'll take a nice 2-1. Not a crap 2-1, but a nice 2-1. 3-1 says Aaron Williams. And Peter, you're saying, I'm being honest. Why will Ole play Maguire when he is not fit at the moment? What's your opinion on Maguire? Should he be dropped from the team today? You let me know in the comments below. But the team should be out in around about 30 seconds. And as soon as it's out, I'm going to bring the team news right here on United People's TV. So it's 4:30 now. So the team should be out any second now. Obviously, Paul Pogba is suspended. He's suspended for the next 3 games. We won't be seeing Pogba today inside that team. That doesn't really change too much, given that he didn't start against Liverpool. He might have started today, but here you go. The team news is in. And let's have a look. Right. Well, there's one change. Oh, wow. Okay, there is a change. Okay. Right, so we've got some changes here today. We have Ronaldo and Cavani starting in the same team, ladies and gents. We've got De Gea, Lindelof, and Maguire, and Varane. We are playing a 3-5-2. We're playing a 3-5-2. We've got Lindelof, Maguire, and Varane with wing backs by the looks of it of Wan-Bissaka and McTominay. No, it's not Wan-Bissaka and McTominay. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw with McTominay and Fred as the 2 holding midfielders. Bruno Fernandes as the number 10, and up front we've got Cavani and Ronaldo together. So it looks like we're playing Antonio Conte ball, 3-5-2. It looks like Solskjaer saying, "You don't need Conte. I can play that." But look, what's your reaction to that? Let me know in the comments below. I'll read your comments out in a second. I'm quickly going to get this team news out on Facebook and on Twitter as well, because I've got to do everything. It's tough doing everything at once. But what's your reaction to that, eh? Cavani up front. I mean, Cavani starting. We all called for that last week. We all called for this. Where was this last week, Ollie? Maybe switching to a 3-5-2 might be I don't know. Might have been a bit of a risk last week, but geez, it was just as much of a risk sticking with the goddamn formation which blew up in our faces. But we're switch to a 3-5-2. Varane starting though. Varane's in the team. Maguire keeps his place. What's your reaction? Varane starting with Maguire and Lindelof. No Sancho, no Rashford. But it's Cavani and Ronaldo up front together. What's your reaction to that in the comments? There's a lot of changes there. So the 3-5-2 rumours were correct. I don't know what to think about. Obviously, change was needed, right? Change was needed, and I think that doesn't really feel like a change for change's sake. It looks like a team which actually suits and fits a lot better, right? Obviously, you're taking away from Sancho. You're taking away from Rashford. Let me look at the bench. You've got Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho, Matic, Van der Beek, Lingard, Dalot, and Bailly. But let me know what you think. Or I'm going to bring you in straight away and let's have a quick chat, man, because that's a lot of changes. That's the 3-5-2. Welcome to the arms, sir. I'll open a can for you. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Sam. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. What do you think? Changes are there.
I was expecting the same old United to come out. I'm not expecting this change here by Ole. Not too sure what's going on. Like, why has it taken this long for Ole to bring some change to the team, the lineup, the squad? As you said before, we've been calling out for a change for a while now. So it will be interesting to see how we play. I don't know. Like, can we really change up the team in 1 week and expect them to play well? Like, what have they been training? Like, what have they been practicing at training? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm also a bit surprised that they're not playing Ndombele. They're playing Lo Celso instead. I would have thought Ndombele's size and physicality would have been a positive for Tottenham, considering they would have anticipated that we were going to play Victor Lindelof. But I guess that's why they're going with the 3. And
so Spurs do play in that 4-2-3-1. So they're going to have Skip and Højbjerg as the 2 deeper midfielders with Lo Celso in front of them, and it looks like Lucas and Son as the wingers with Kane as a centre forward.
Son's probably the best inside forward in the game at the moment. His speed, he's able to shoot with his left and his right. There's no weakness there, so will be a good match up there. But he's up against Wan-Bissaka, so we'll see how Wan-Bissaka performs tonight. Lucas Moura is also injured. He's rapid. Once he gets going, he's absolutely rapid. And you'll probably see Harry Kane dropping deep as well to collect the ball.
What do you think is going to change there? You know, how much better is this going to make Manchester United, this lineup?
Oh, I would expect us to be a bit more defensively solid. If we end up conceding 4 goals in this game, I'll be like, oh, Ollie, just you would think playing. Yeah, you would think playing 3 at the back would be like, or 3 centre backs should be. We should definitely be more solid. If you know.
The thing about the 3-5-2 though, which I think doesn't really get talked about enough, is people immediately go, Jesus Christ, the 3-5-2, you're so defensive. But when you play a 3-5-2 properly, and you've actually got 3 centre back on paper, Varane, Maguire, and Lindelof are all very capable of playing football, of actually having the ball at their feet and doing decent stuff with it. Because what you should typically see, really, Wan-Bissaka will be interesting here. This is basically a bit of an audition, not an audition. It's the wrong way to describe it. But we've all questioned what Wan-Bissaka would look like as a wing back, right? So let's see what goes on today. Mate, I'm happy. You've got to be happy, but I'm also really goddamn pissed off that
why has it taken this long?
It's taken this long. Like, the house is all burning, Ollie, man. Like, someone's already robbed you, already spent all of your money, and now you're walking in going, well, actually, I might change it now. That's stubbornness, surely.
Yeah, but I think in today's game, Spurs are just going to be happy to sit back and get us on the counter. And the way that we've been defending, we're very dangerous on the counter, but we're also very susceptible to getting the odd goals scored against us when we've been countered.
Yeah.
So we'll be interesting. Like, I'm expecting a change. I'm hoping that the players bounce from last week's embarrassment. You would hope so. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from United these days. I'm excited that Cavani's playing too. I think Cavani. I would like to see Cavani and Ronaldo up front to see how they perform together.
Mate, it's not just Cavani there. It's like we might actually see Ronaldo and United actually playing towards Ronaldo and getting opportunities to Ronaldo. He should get far more. He's been feeding off scraps the last few weeks, absolutely scraps. Like the occasional chance that he might make for himself, or that wonderful cross from Shaw. That's what we should see more of today. Wan-Bissaka, Wan-Bissaka's got a decent few assists to his name. He's not as if he can't cross. It's just he doesn't really normally get himself into those positions. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka today, you've got to be looking at them to fight. We've got Cavani and Ronaldo in there, like two absolutely top draw, elite level goal scoring heading strikers who are big, powerful, and it's not as if we should just be playing like, I don't know. You go back to that game with Moyes against Fulham, where we fired in 81 crosses and we drew. It won't be that sort of game, but yeah, I'm just pissed off. I'm just annoyed that it's taken this long for us to have a different conversation rather than, how is this 4-2-3-1 going to be different than last week? And it ends up being exactly the goddamn same, but worse.
And let's also hope that Bruno drops back and connects the midfield to the attacks instead of just staying up front, which I'm sure he will, because with having Cavani up front, further up, it allows Bruno to just drop back and collect the ball and try to work something out. So Bruno's the key man.
We've all said that, in that Bruno's not exempt from any criticism, just like any other United player. And in the last few games, it has to be said that he's just running. He's running too vertically. He's either really high up or he's really, really deep. It's not.
Yes.
He needs to be running a little bit sideways, a little bit more, making himself a little bit more available between the lines, rather than just going, I don't know, just being dead excited and screaming and just running everywhere, which is what he does well.
Yeah.
But he's just he is a bit chaotic in his press. I think that's fair to say.
So I think we might get a clean sheet today.
Oh Jesus, you're going straight in the deep end. What's your prediction then? Because remember, last two games you've been like, I'm going to work reverse psychology, and that didn't work.
I've been trying everything. I've been trying everything for us to win. It hasn't been working.
No, it hasn't.
I want a new shirt today. So I would imagine, I think we could win 2-0. But although Spurs are very good at home, so
yeah,
2-0, 2-1.
2-0, 2-1. Well, Ian disagrees with you. He's questioning whether you are high right now on camera, which is very unfair. It's not very professional, Ian. But look, I don't know what to expect today, but I know it's going to be different. No matter what the result is today, we're not just going to sit here and watch another 90 minutes of the same sort of performance that we saw against Villa or Everton or Liverpool. We'll see something different today. As I said, it semi-pisses me off the fact that we have to wait until everyone's been killed before we decide that we want to start protecting ourselves and doing it a bit differently. And in my opinion, the horse has already bolted. But as I said, I might be wrong in overestimating how far beyond it is. Maybe Ollie really, maybe he can.
No, Ollie's gone. Ollie's gone. It's a matter of time, whether it's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He's gone. I can't see Ollie surviving this. And there's still no Donny. Donny's not playing. Not going to get game time. So
no, but you give up on Donny, man. Give up on Donny. Just stick to alcohol and drugs. It's much more reliable than Donny.
Okay.
Right. Take it easy. I'll speak
Thanks,
to you again soon, buddy. Nick, what are you saying here in the comments, sir? You are saying for the wrong reasons, but glad he changed something, says Nick. And yeah, it is for the wrong reasons. Or is it? I mean, it's not for the wrong reasons, but why not earlier, Ole? Why have you done this to yourself? If Manchester United were capable between one game and another of just completely switching a formation, then why not do it earlier, man? Why do this to yourself? This is self-inflicted torture. We all said it. Solskjaer, I said McTominay and Fred will be the hill that he dies on. McTominay and Fred's still here. But I don't know. This formation, as we all know, you saw my video that I did on Antonio Conte, taking a look at his style, a look at everything. And we know full well, looking at this formation, that it's all completely and utterly reliant on two players. Really. On Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Because if they don't operate properly and they don't run into these spaces down here like that, that's what you need to see Shaw. You need to see Shaw going on the overlap, really offering that width and properly sticking here. I'm not talking about Luke Shaw cutting inside, stay wide, man. You have to stay wide. Same goes for Wan-Bissaka, because if you get the players that really stay wide here, you're going to force the fullbacks to go with them. Without Wan-Bissaka and Shaw over here, look how narrow Manchester United are going to be. It's going to be so easy. If I take these lovely rectangles back, if I move those off there and I say, look, right, let's say Shaw and Wan-Bissaka don't really go forward. They're not aggressively going forward as fullbacks. What you're going to see there is Spurs' fullbacks tucking in, because they don't have to be scared about getting overlapped. And then you've got Cavani and Ronaldo running into a bank of 4 on the edge of the box. That's nigh on impossible. You're not getting through that. So without Wan-Bissaka and Shaw today, Cavani and Ronaldo will just be running into players constantly. Look how busy that would be in the middle. Right here, you've got 1, 2, 3. You've got 6 Spurs players and 3 United players. Obviously, I'm covering basically the whole half there, so it's a bit easy. Let me make that a little bit narrower. A little bit narrower there. If United don't play it properly, this is going to be so congested. It's going to be so congested in the middle. And I think Luke Shaw will suit this formation. If I'm being completely honest, he hasn't hit the heights of last season. The hangover he's had post Euros has been serious, has been absolutely serious. But I think Shaw can do it, and he has got a delivery on him. Absolutely got a delivery on him. Wan-Bissaka, we've all questioned Wan-Bissaka's ability going forward. And today, it's going to be one of the biggest tests of it. But I just can't ignore the fact that I feel it's just too little too late. And I really didn't want it to be. And I really just want to be excited. Because look, there's a lot of points in that team I could get excited about. Varane's back in. Cool. With Varane, Maguire, and Lindelof, we've got 3 centre-backs. We should always have a man there available to pass it out from the back. Fred and McTominay in midfield. Well, we know what they're going to do. It is what it is, right? Let's not get too upset or too angry about that. Bruno, what will he do? Let's not talk about that either. Cavani and Ronaldo. We've all wanted that, right? We've wanted Cavani and Ronaldo for a long time, right? We finally get it. We finally get it. Would this, if we could have done this here, why couldn't we have done this against Liverpool? I don't think Solskjaer. I think it's been sort of called by a lot of people a bit of a free hit for Ole, isn't it? And today is kind of a free hit because Liverpool, if he had made these sorts of changes going into the game, and we switched to a 3-5-2. I don't know. We played by Maguire. Say we switched formation completely against Liverpool, and then we got pumped 5-0. It would have all gone doubling down, and not as if Ole's come away with any sort of credit from that game, but it would have all been blamed on the fact that the tactics were completely shifted, and that was such a mad decision to do. Whereas today, it's a completely free hit. What was not working before was not working. So Solskjaer has decided, you know what, sod this. I'm going to switch it up and go with something else. I'm going to head down, open the arms up, and bring a couple more of you in. I can see Ian here waiting patiently. He's COVID-free, hopefully, now. I'm not quite sure. How you doing, Ian?
I am COVID-free now, thanks, mate. How are you getting on?
I'm doing all right. Cheers, mate. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, mate.
Well, we all sort of semi-expected changes today.
Yeah.
And Solskjaer's come up with basically as many changes as you possibly can do inside a starting 11, really.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I question if 3 at the back is going to work as well as he thinks it's going to work. When I look at our back line, it's not that we need an extra person in there. It's that the people in there just aren't organised and aren't working together, even though it's Maguire and Varane who are 2. I think, Varane, he's Champions League Varane. Maguire, I think, is a decent centre-back. He plays for England, for Christ's sake. Lindelof's a pretty good centre-back as well. They're all good players. Some people will be saying in the comments that Maguire's shit. He's had a couple of bad games. I'm not going to disagree with that. The problem is the organisation, and throwing another body in there without changing something tactically isn't going to solve it. So he's got to do something else other than just put another defender back there. It might give Fred and McTominay a bit of room to play more as 8s than to step back. But again, that's involving them changing what they're doing naturally.
Yeah,
and
I think the easiest thing that Solskjaer could have done to improve Manchester United's defense was put more defenders there. It's kind of like your step one you could go to, because if the 4-2-3-1's not working, sorry, just maybe an extra defender there will solve the situation, and it probably will improve United in defense today. But in the same sense, if Kane and Son really press, and they do press well, and Spurs do adopt that pressing style, then we normally panic. What we should have there is a constant overload. We should always have we should have one more option than Spurs in these situations. Whether that because they're going to be playing that 4-2-3-1, we should always have someone in space. So we should be able to play it out from the back more. But
if you look at, I think it was Liverpool's second goal, Maguire and Shaw crashing into each other, man gets free. That's organisation. That's not, just the lack of having a man. Yeah, granted, if it happened now, you'd have Lindelof being able to get a bit of space. or something.
Yep.
Is my camera gone?
Oh, your camera's gone. What is this, amateur? Jeez, I can still hear you though. So carry on.
Right, okay, I'll see if I can fix it anyway. But yeah, so it was the space. It was the two players trying to get in the same space that caused us to crash, not anything else.
But what's your prediction then? So like, there's clearly a change here. I don't want to be unfair on Solskjaer, but it feels like a bit of a desperate move.
It is.
But I don't see it as unnecessary. It is necessary. It was necessary. It's been necessary for a while. It's a little, in my opinion, it feels a little bit too little, too late. But maybe I'm wrong. But what's your prediction of what today's going to be? Do you think that bounce will come back, or is it just going to be we're going to try and then ultimately still sort of fall short?
I mean, Ollie's got, whether the club has 100% decided to sack Ollie or not, I don't know. If they haven't, then he needs, just to win the fans back, he needs a minimum 3 outstanding games in a row. Otherwise, I think he's gone. So I'm just going to put that out there. What do I think we're going to see today? I think we're going to see a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, yeah.
Yeah.
And that won't change the mood at all.
No, that's not. I'm not feeling positive about this. It's. I can see why. Yeah, I see that comment there. I can see why he's done it. I wouldn't say it's foolish. This could be one of the situations where Ollie's made the right decisions, but at the moment it's already been lost because the team's not playing well. Heads are down. The fans heads are down. If he's a man motivator manager, then Ollie needs to be at full guns blazing to get these teams head up.
Yeah. What's your? So you think it's going to be a 1-1, yeah?
It's my gut feeling says it's going to be a 1-1. I don't feel confident. Looking at that, I just don't feel confident that the changes he's going to make are going to be right tactically. I don't know if he's going to do more than just put an extra man at the back.
Oh Jesus! I don't know what to expect. I do know what to expect from United, and I don't want to be stung again. And I feel like that's kind of that's
all
the
I know
situation I'm in now.
All I know is anytime I come on this show, make any kind of prediction, it's always wrong. So
you don't think it's going to be 1-1 then?
I do think it's going to be 1-1, but I'm a shit pundit.
Well, at least I'm glad you finally said it. Jeez, get the elephant out of the room.
Yeah, because Sancho should have had about 3 first assists by now.
Yeah, I know. Never mind. But look, right, enjoy your pint. I'll speak to another couple of lads. Chris, I can see you there waiting patiently.
Cheers,
and I'll
Sam.
speak to you soon, Ian. Take it easy.
Cheers.
But look, as I said, it's such an odd feeling going into this game, man. I want nothing more than United to pump Spurs for this 3-5-2 to work. And I can't rule it out because we know, I mean, Gary Neville, to quote Gary Neville, he called us an odd bunch. And we are an odd bunch because we know over a 90-minute period, we can flip the switch and we can turn it on. And all of a sudden, we're playing Joga Bonito. And remember Spurs away? I was going to do that as a real. That always sticks in my head because it was right early in Solskjaer's tenure when Pochettino was getting linked with a job before Ole was made permanent. We went to Wembley. We won 1-0. We switched to a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond. We played Rashford and Lingard, I think, as split strikers. Sort of everyone was like, "What was this?" No one expected Ole to do it, and we won 1-0. Rashford with that ball over the top from Paul Pogba took everyone by surprise. Tactically, we're like, "Wow, Solskjaer's got it in the bank." What Pochettino didn't expect it, Spurs didn't expect it, and then that infuriates me even more when I've just seen this consistent stubbornness to stick to this 4-2-3-1 religiously, almost like it's match fixing with a 4-2-3-1 bet every single game, and then out of nowhere now, we've just blown it all out of the water. We've gone 3-5-2, completely different formation, completely different. It's not even gone to like a 4-3-3 like we did against Villarreal, just dropping McTominay into a holding midfielder on his own with Bruno and Pogba in front of him. No, he's completely and utterly switched it up. 3 centre-backs instead of 2 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs instead of 2 full-backs, 2 strikers instead of 1 striker, no wingers, the width coming from the full-backs. It's a lot of changes. It is a lot of changes to put into a team inside a 1-week period where, let's be honest, Manchester United clearly have not been soaking things up in training. Whether the training good enough, questionable. but also Manchester United's players' ability to sort of soak that in, or maybe it's just simply not good enough. And now, between that Liverpool game and this game against Spurs, the Solskjaer had to cope with everything that's happened. And I'm going to run through an interview he said on Sky Sports where he said, I haven't really been speaking about it. I haven't really been looking at it. It's not really affected me that much. All right, mate. Simple as that. That's a lie. And now we're going to completely and utterly switch it to 3 at the back. Madness. I can see it in the comments there coming up. And again, this just annoys me even more. Look at what's going on here. Man City losing 2-0 there to Crystal Palace. Chelsea are ruthless this season. Absolutely ruthless. But City there dropping points at home against Crystal Palace, man. And let's not forget what Ian said. All right, let's not forget that. But look, I'll head down to the arms. I can see Chris there waiting patiently. I'm not sure if have we had a conversation before, Chris? Let's bring you on here, sir. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you.
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good, mate. How are you feeling about the game today? What's your reaction to that starting 11, eh?
I'm a little bit negative. I just don't have good vibes going into it. It's been a bad week for all of us. I've been optimistic in the past, but this team has just burned us far too many times. I don't have a good feeling going in. I mean, we've seen this change here. We've got 3 center backs. We know Ole's going for the defensive lineup here, but this seems like a move out of desperation. It seems like we're trying to keep the clean sheet for once. I don't know what's going to happen. I have to hope that they have practiced this for at least a week and not just something last minute here that's popping in right before game time.
It seems a very odd thing to do, as I said, with everything that's been happening this week, to all of a sudden instigate a substantial formation change. Because we have played 3-5-2 before. There's been occasions where we played 3-5-2. I think we did it against Piers. In certain games, like away from home against bigger teams, we've sat in that counter-attacking 5-3-2. We've done that before. But we haven't done it once this season, I don't think. And I don't particularly think we did it that many times last season. So to do it in this game, as I said, I think Ole's using that free hit. It's like that get out of jail free card sort of thing. And I can't help but... I think I'm just being cynical, but I can't help but be cynical because of everything that's happened at Man United. It just feels a bit desperate at this point. And because...
I was going to say it does for sure, but I don't fault him for trying something new. I mean, as they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and hoping for different results. So I'm pleased to see some change. Mind you, the lineup is relatively the same faith in McTominay and Fred as usual. Maguire back in the lineup, even though I think that maybe he needs some time off or something. He's just not been fit. He has not been informed. And yeah, I mean, it's positive to see change, but where are we going with this? I mean, are we going to just see a complete disaster out there today, or are we going to see, maybe some progress for once, a new life for this team?
Well, you tell me, man. What's your prediction based on that lineup, based on how you're feeling going into it?
I'm with Ian. I'm going 1-1. I don't think we're going to get anything better than a draw, and I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet, notwithstanding the center back change.
No? Right, okay. Well, you're not the first person there to go for a draw today, and I think you might be right. I don't know. I'm still yet to make my absolutely certain prediction, but I mean, we all know that change was needed, right? And Ole's done it. But part of me feels it's too little too late, but part of me also says, you know what, Sam, you might be wrong, okay? The club might genuinely be giving Ole 3 more games, and maybe this is the start of something new. But we've been buying players for a 4-2-3-1. We haven't been buying players for a 3-5-2. This isn't Ole's plan. Ole's not been building towards a 3-5-2. It's just like, what I'm trying to do isn't working. Crap. I need to try something else formation. That's what it looks like to me anyway.
Absolutely. It's desperation mode for him. And we'll see how it pans out. If he loses.
It might work. It might work.
I'll take the win. However we can get it, I'll take it. I think it's going to come down a lot to Sean and Bissaka on the wings, whether they can get delivery into Ronaldo and Cavani. We know both Ronaldo and Cavani are great in the air. They're aerial threats. If we can get good crosses in, maybe we can get an early lead and hold it. Unlikely again. I'm negative in that regard. I think that keeping the clean sheet's just an ongoing problem, but we'll see. It's an interesting experiment.
Well, mate, nice to chat to you, Chris. Nice to have you on board here, and I'm sure I'll see you in the arms again soon. But
Thank you very much.
1-1 for you, 1-1 for you, and 1-1 for Ian. So that's 2 draws predicted out of 3. And let's be honest, Orr never. Well, you might not be wrong, but Orr never gets anything right anyway. So he's definitely not right. So it's definitely not going to be 2-0. No clean sheet for United. It might be a clean sheet. I don't know. I just don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's an almost impossible thing to bet on Manchester United. And yeah, that point there that I said there to Chris probably stands really kind of firm and true. At no point has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer been building towards a 3-5-2. This isn't like the magical unveil that we've been waiting for. Like, oh, he's finally done it. He's finally done the thing that we've been working towards and we've been working on for months and months and months. 3-5-2 has never been the end game. The end game has always been a 4-3-3 with one holding midfielder with two number 8s in front of him with Pogba and Fernandes. That's always been the end game. That's been what Solskjaer has been working towards. This is a formation that Solskjaer has adopted, as Jonathan Rose there said in the comments. We've used it against PSG and we won away from home. That was when Freddie McTominay played. That was when Pogba was injured. That was when Lukaku played. We got 2 early goals. We hit on the counter-attack and it worked supremely. And that's what we're going for today. We're trying to go for that deep sit, soak it up, hit it fast with the width, with Wan-Bissaka, with Shaw, get them on the overlaps, get Bruno, get the balls up to Ronaldo and Cavani. And this is the really important thing here about Cavani and Ronaldo, is that we can send balls up to them and they can knock it down to each other. So it's not as if Ronaldo's just going to have to win. If Ronaldo wins ahead and no one's going to be there to partner him, I think they're going to get the best out of each other. I really do. And with Sancho, let's be honest, Sancho hasn't performed this season. What's your opinion now on Sancho? Do you feel it's been long enough for us to make a sort of fair assessment on Jadon Sancho so far? It's been disappointing for him, and he has been disappointing. But I keep saying all along I've said it. I don't think we're playing the best sort of style to get the most out of Jadon Sancho. And this formation doesn't really get anything out of Sancho. I said it when I did my video on Conte earlier this week. I said Sancho would probably be the player to suffer the most if Conte did come in and we did switch to a 3-5-2. There's simply no place for a true winger inside that formation. He would have to be turned into a Victor Moses right wing back. That sort of player. Or you're saying that he'll come good completely. You're not worried. Steffi, you agree with me. Chalex, you're saying Sancho hasn't had enough chances. Sancho is great. Says 7th note. Let's go down here. We need a high line too, and we need to get enough balls to create for our front two, says Jonathan. Absolutely, we need to do that today. Mark, you're saying he'll come good. No worries about Sancho. It's better for us to use Sancho instead of Wan-Bissaka, says Mo. And again, when I looked at the Conte formation and what could work inside that 3-5-2, I said, look, that could be a curveball. Sancho at right wing back is something that you couldn't rule out because, well, there's nowhere else for him to go in that team. Let me see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been speaking ahead of the game yet. See if he said anything about... No, he hasn't said anything about the team just yet. But get your predictions in the comments as always. Salim, I can see you there sitting there waiting patiently. I'll bring you into the arms, sir. How are you feeling today? Any more nervous than last week? Any more positive than last week?
No, I can't fake it anymore, Sam.
I wouldn't want you to. Not that I'm finding that funny.
I will be honest. I've never believed that Solskjaer can do something in United. I've never believed that Solskjaer can do something in United.
What is this? Is this the sort of what you've always felt all along, but you've never really spoken
all
about
along?
it?
Yes, you love the team. You must watch, But to be honest, I never had the feeling that maybe he could do something. No.
Well, it's
bring any. Look, Sam. Bring any team in the top 6 of the Premier League. A manager comes with a CV with what team he went down with? Cardiff. And a year with Moldo, I guess.
Yep.
Who would hire him?
Well, nobody at that point, and but it's a bit like I don't know that they in the last like 6-7 years there's a bit of a trend of just hiring former legends because it's worked at certain clubs. It hasn't worked at all clubs, and Man United tried it with Solskjaer because we tried everything else, right?
Yes, of course. We brought Van Gaal. He was at I don't know, not at his prime. No, definitely. Even though Mourinho, I think the fan base and the club are part of this problem. You know, when you bring Mourinho in, don't wait to see attacking football and great football, and it's gonna be setback, win one, no, etc., etc.
So what are you feeling about today then? You can't look at that team with any sort of positivity. You're sort of
No, sir.
fearful.
No, sir. No. We have two unfit centre back, Varane and Maguire.
Yep.
Shaw is out of position all the time. Yeah,
Right.
if you go back the young boy's goal, he couldn't block the cross. He ran to Maguire in the Liverpool game. With Villarreal, also he left his side and went through the ball. And no, Everton game.
Yep.
He went to the Kure, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something going wrong on the training. You know, when you see the Euro, Maguire and Shaw had good run. So just not suddenly, yes, just not suddenly you see player crashing on each other, and I don't know.
What's your prediction then ahead of the game then? If you're not confident, what you think? What are you thinking?
I will go for a draw if we're lucky.
So you're going for a draw as well?
The wings are empty, and I love Bissaka, but his ability of crossing not very good. So, and you know, Nuno is how to say, Chinese version of Mourinho.
God, Jesus Christ! Right,
he will cause us problem. And remember, Tottenham lost to West Ham.
Yep, that was the last game. Lost 1-0.
Yes, and we know what happened after. I played football, not at this level, oh my God. But you know, when you lose a game, you come there, you're angry, you want to win, you go for the tackles, you want to win every ball. But the moment one thing goes wrong, everything going down.
Yeah,
and we will see.
Right, so you're going for a draw as well. I think you need to go and have a little drink. Go and, I don't know, have a sit down, maybe watch a Disney film. You know, you got 25 minutes, get a little bit of Disney, and that'll cheer you up.
Let me say something. I'm a bit sarcastic, you know. This team make it only to scare Conte, you know. Like, let's see what you're going to have.
Yeah, right. I'll speak to you after the game, Salim. I hope that United don't prove you right, but I think given how we've been playing for a long time, I think
we must win. But you know, maybe Ronaldo can score a hat-trick, first hat-trick. You know, you don't know. You don't even know what can happen in the game of.
No, you don't. You can't rule anything out from the highest of highs from this game to the lowest of lows. You can't rule anything out, can you?
Yes, but you know, when you lose and you lose and you lose, and then you lose to your historical rival, that hurts.
Oh, it hurts a lot. Exactly.
When your mind isn't in the pitch, you can't play football.
No, you can't.
When you're not all right in your mind, you cannot play football, sir.
Exactly. All right, Salim, I'll speak to you soon, buddy.
See you.
Right, it looks like Salim's feeling in a very chipper mood today. Looks like hopefully that's reflected. No, it's not. Hopefully it's not reflecting in how United looking and playing today, because we're definitely going to lose then. But you can't blame him, and you can't. I know that a lot of United fans will have very, very similar feelings and aspects going into this game, and that's why I said it. That's why I'm a bit confused going into the game. I'm not really sure what to expect. It could really work out today. Cavani and Ronaldo working up top together. Cool. I can see it working. Yeah, I like that. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka as fullbacks. Yeah, I'm not sure about Wan-Bissaka, but it might work. Bruno, maybe he's going to operate more as that proper link between the attacker and defence. Maybe Varane, Maguire and Lindelof will work better as a three. I don't know. You can't rule anything out. A couple of comments coming in here. JK, how you doing, buddy? What if we win? So we keep playing the 3-5-2 or go back to the 4-2-3-1? This looks desperate to avoid a loss rather than push for a win. And you're going for a 2-2 draw. It's a really interesting point there that JK's made. Say we do well today. Say we come out, we nail it, we win. Does that mean that Man United, we're now a 3-5-2 team? That all of a sudden, for these next 3 games against Spurs, Atalanta and City, we're switching to a 3-5-2. Solskjaer saved his job, then goes back to a 4-2-3-1. or all of a sudden has the end game focus for change for Manchester United, and we are now a 3-5-2 team? That's a really good question there, because it's a bit odd. Chris, you're saying let's just be glad it's not another 4-2-3-1. If we're open for Conte, we've got to be open for this breath of fresh air. Let's march on and come on, United. It's odd. It's not odd today. The change was a necessity, a complete and utter necessity. It makes me slightly angry that we haven't seen this, because it was necessary to change this sort of thing earlier, and Ole did not do it. Luman, you're saying, how do you become a member? Nice to see you there, buddy. If you want to become a member, and as I've said, right now we're doing a giveaway this week for this shirt. Ronaldo CR7 shirt I'm giving away to a member of the channel, either on YouTube or Facebook. On YouTube, all you've got to do is go down below. There's a little join button next to subscribe. Hit that, become a member. You get entered into the draw automatically. I'm going to pick one lucky member. And also all current members also get entered. If you're on Facebook, there's a little support button on this video in the description. Click that. And I really, as I said, I keep reiterating it, I'm going to be doing lots and lots and lots of giveaways over the next couple of months. It's my way of giving back to the channel, as I always say I want to. And it's a way of making that core part of the community even bigger and better. The UPTV members WhatsApp groups getting nice and big and active now. Lots of people in there. The mods, well, let's not speak about the mods, because the first rule of Mod Club is you don't speak about the mods, do you? Because if I did, I'd probably get arrested. But let's go over here and let's, as I said, let's take a look and see if anything's been said ahead of the game. I don't like this feeling I've got, man. This sort of, it feels like the writing's on the wall, but maybe the writing's not on the wall. I don't really know how to describe it, man. I don't know how to describe this sort of feeling going into the game, because change has happened and we knew change was needed. So I've got to be happy at that. But then I'm reversing a bit, because I'm like, yeah, man, change was needed a while ago. Why didn't we see it earlier? There's just, I don't know, there's a lot of internal debates going on. But yeah, one thing I'm really happy about, and I'm excited to see what they do, is these two together. Cavani and Ronaldo together. That's over 1,000 career goals between them that we've got up front for Manchester United. Chris, you're saying have a little faith. I'm not sure Manchester United deserve my unadulterated faith after what I saw against Liverpool. As I said, for me, there was scars, there were wounds that were opened against that Liverpool team in that Liverpool game that I do not think we can heal. Might be wrong. Maybe I'm being exaggerating. Maybe I'm exaggerating the situation. Sorry. Maybe I'm applying hyperbole to it. Maybe I'm too caught up in the emotion of it all, too caught up into the wave. I don't personally think I am. I do feel that here on United People's TV, I do reflect a pretty level-headed United fan, because it would have been very easy for me to jump on that wagon a lot earlier, and I had to fight my corner. I tried to fight my corner as logically as I could, not just being blinded by, Ole scored in 99. It's got nothing to do with Ole now. Ole as a player and Ole as a manager are two very separate conversations. Obviously, the emotion linked with the player, you can't look past that. And that is a bit of extra credit in the bank for Solskjaer. Had he not been that sort of legend for us, he may well have been sacked a lot earlier. But yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of faith about today. There's no denying it. I want Manchester United to win. I want us to be goddamn competing. And we're not going to compete if we lose. Simple as that. We're already 8 points off, although City dropped points today. What's the Premier League table after that? Mate, City lost against Crystal Palace. And Brighton drew against Liverpool. So both City and Liverpool... fuck's sake. Sorry about that. I'm swearing. Mate, United, if you don't do it today, you deserve to be liquidated. Let's scroll in. Jeez, let me scroll in. This is the table here as it stands now. So Manchester United, we played 9 games. We're on 14 points. We play Spurs, who are just above us with 1 point. If we now win this game, we're 3 points behind Man City. If we win this game, we're 5 points behind Liverpool. That is fine. Absolutely fine at this point in the season to be that far behind two teams who have been playing significantly better than Manchester United this year. That's why I'm talking about the importance of this game. Because no matter what happens with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whether he stays in this squad, whether he stays as our manager, today's game is extremely significant for Manchester United's overall season and what happens next, whether that's with Ole for the rest of the season, whether that's with someone else for the rest of the season. Because as I said, right now, we are 6 points behind Liverpool. No, 6 points behind City, and we are 8 points behind Liverpool. We can reduce those gaps to 3 and 5 with a win today. If we lose today, I don't want to talk about losing. Right, what I'll do is you let me know your comments. Comments. You let me know your match predictions in the comments below. I can see a couple more people down there waiting patient in the arms. I'll bring you in. Craig, I can see you've been there the whole time, sir. Let me get you in and I can get your prediction. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you.
Always good, Sam. Love the work you always do, and always been a member since a couple of years, and just love what you do, man.
My guy, man. How is it out in South Africa, and how are you feeling about the game today?
I am really hoping for at least a win, man, just to boost our morale, to be honest with you, because after that was a pumping that we got, man. I mean, I went to work on Monday, and I had an Arsenal supporter that actually came to me and said, like, wow, you at work? I'm like, yes, gotta show my face to the world, man. Gotta show my face to the world.
Well,
but
fair enough.
I love the starting lineup. I think Varane will actually bring that composure, because in the Liverpool game, we really missed him due to, like, we really looked at 6s and 7s amongst that. I think McFred should actually be in communication with each other, because this is really vital. And it's good to see that Ole is actually going to take a gamble and throw Ronaldo and Cavani together, because that's what we've all been crying for. Because if we look at Cavani's press against Villarreal, that shows his work ethic. We all know Ronaldo doesn't really press that much, but Cavani's press against Villarreal was evident that we can win that ball up high. And when we win balls in those positions, I mean, the support should actually be like, hey, let's push.
Yeah. But no, it's going to be interesting today. And what's your prediction based on that? How are you feeling about, Cavani coming in, the changes we've got? Do you think it's going to turn in a better performance? And do you think we'll actually get the result out of it? And what do you actually think is going to be the result?
I'm actually got a lot of faith that we can actually turn a good result from this, just to get the morale up, like I said. And I'm going for a close call 2-1 win to us, man. I'm going for a close call 2-1 win. 2-1 win.
Yeah, I think results are important, but equally as so because of the situation with United. I think performance is just as important for United today. It can't just be a Villarreal type game where we play crap for the lot of it and then win it in the 94th minute. That would be good.
No,
what we need today is we need to see a dominance and a control, and maybe that can come today because things are different with the formation. But you're going for a 2-1. We've got Salim going for a draw, or going for a draw, and Ian. I think Ian said a draw as well. No, oh my God, I can't. There's too many predictions. But anyway, Craig, thank you very much for coming on,
Thanks,
buddy.
Sam. Much appreciated, man.
I'll speak to you soon. Aye. So we've got lots of draws being predicted. We've got Craig there predicting United for a 2-1. What's my prediction? I'll wrap it up. Last few minutes of the preview show. Hey, look, if you're new here, welcome to United People's TV. I know it's a bit busy in the pre-game. There's other channels that are doing their pre-match show, and they're all a bit more established than my pre-match show, so they're probably a little bit busier. But thank you all very much for joining in today. I really genuinely love the community that we're building here, and I'm sticking to it. I believe in it. I don't really believe in Manchester United at the moment, and I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I'm fearful of everything. I'm crapping myself. At the same time, I'm saying, yeah, what if? What if? I've probably got a little shoulder devil and a shoulder angel going into this game, and I don't know which one's going to win the fight. Man United could turn around today and put in an absolute monster of performance. They genuinely could. We are capable over a 90-minute period of beating the best. Solskjaer's beaten. He's beaten Mourinho. He's beaten Klopp. He's beaten Pep. He's beaten Tuchel. He's beaten all the established top-level elite managers over a 90-minute period game. What we can't ever do really is get that consistency. Looking at that today, we should be much better. But I don't know how that defensive change is going to work. It can't make our defense any worse, right? Can't make I mean, it probably can. But what we saw against Liverpool was United players quite literally running into each other, like they're wearing a blindfold and they're trying to play a game. That's what we look like against Liverpool. We can't get any worse than that. I think Varane coming in should give us more confidence with the ball, man. Don't be scared. Do not be scared to have it. I don't know. My prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-0 United, I think. I think I'm going to go for a 1-0 United. Yeah, I'm going for a clean sheet. You heard it here first. I'm feeling drunk. I don't know what I'm feeling. But it looks like one of those games where I think the logic is to really bring that defense closer together. Bring it into, just make it busier. Just more, but as I said, it's the easiest approach to improve a defense. It's not working with 4 defenders. Let's put 5 defenders there instead. It's the simplest tactic you can go for. And given what happened last week, some change was needed. Absolutely was needed. No questions or doubts whatsoever. And Solskjaer's gone for it in this game. Credit to him for changing it, first of all. Also, slap him upside the head for not changing it earlier. So it's like you take with one and you give it one and take with the other. That's my feeling going into the game. Cavani and Ronaldo, genuinely, I'm excited to see both of those together. Both absolute goal-scoring machines. If United can play the football and gear towards it properly, we can see Shaw and Wan-Bissaka doing the overlaps properly, getting the crosses in. We're scoring goals. We're scoring goals. Get a fiver on Ronaldo to score a header today. Get a fiver on Cavani to score a header today. They're probably going to be your bets. But will it be enough? Will today be enough? I've maintained all the way through that I don't think that Solskjaer can save his job with these 3 games. And I haven't said that in a sort of massively disrespectful. I don't feel like I've said it in a hugely disrespectful way. I've just done that on my own personal opinion from what I've gauged, from what I've seen and what I'm watching Manchester United doing. I might be wrong, right? So part of me's got to go into these games and say, Sam, you might be wrong, man. You're not 100% correct. Even though you feel pretty firm about it, you're not 100% correct. And I'll see what goes on. So today, let's see what happens. And the comment there earlier that really sticks with me from JK, I think it was. What happens if we win 3? We nail it today. We absolutely crush it in this 3-5-2 formation. Surely that means that we're not going to switch away from this 3-5-2 whilst it's working, right? Don't change things that aren't broken. United were broken. Solskjaer has changed it. Whether or not you're angry that it's come too late, he's still our manager and he's changed it. So it's not completely too late. It's just whether or not you feel like the damage is irreparable and beyond repair post that Liverpool game, which I do feel quite a lot. Before I do finish up, make sure that in the comments now you fire your predictions in and I'll read plenty of your predictions out. Gary, you think his job is gone regardless. It's something that I completely agree with. Before I wrap up as well, I'm going to say this one more time. That's the shirt we're giving away here on United People's TV. And as I said, it's not from the mega store, so don't come at me with that. I'm not funding the Glazers. It's just my way of giving back to the channel. Join as a member on YouTube or Facebook. On YouTube, it's just down below. Hit the join button. On Facebook, there's a little link in the description of this video. Become a supporter. Help support United People. Because I need to put something there. Look at this. I need to look at that gap. Jeez. I need to... Studio's still in V2. The studio's not complete yet. I need to get a nice piece of art over there. And obviously, I'm going to be getting your stuff that you send to the PO box. Let me go down here and look at the comments. This is a nice one. A very strange one. Sam, try dyeing your hair and your beard black. Okay. Right. That's duly noted. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Might work. Hassan, you're going 0-0. T-Dan, you're going 1-1. Mikey, you're saying 2-1. Or you're going for 2-0. 3412 says, looks great, says Raymond. He's feeling positive. Carl, you're saying 2-1. 2-2. 2-1. 4-2 says Jonathan. Oh, that'll be a hell of a game. 3-1 says Chris. 3-1 United. 2-0. Hey, I'll tell you what. And Chris, you're saying the shirt is yours. Well, let's hope so, mate. As I said, all current members are entered into the draw. And all new members, you're going to be entered into the draw as well. 2 headers from Slabhead. Mate, when is Maguire going to score a header? Oh, God. The amount of headers that guy went. If somebody made a compilation of all the headers that Maguire's won from corners that haven't gone in, that would be one of the most depressing videos you can ever watch as a United fan. Because he wins so many headers and fires headers so far wide. Anyway, where's my gift to you, Ian? I checked the PO box today. It wasn't there, but I think I'm having problems with their PO box. I need to go out there, Royal Mail, just smash them in the face. 3-0 United win, 4-0 United win, 3-0, 5-0, 3-1, 3-1, 0-0. If we win the league, blah, 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 I've thought 2-0. Hey, look, if we finish in the top 3, Sam should dye his hair and his beard. I'm not sure about that comment. I'm really not sure about it. No, in fact, I do know, but I completely disagree. Maybe you should dye your hair and beard and send him photos. Can't rule anything out. Like, if we win the league, I'll definitely do something mad. We're not going to win the league, so. I do like welcome. Thank you for. I'm going to rename the United Legacy Arms to the therapy, the red therapy session. I think we're going to call it now. Just going to come here. How are you feeling? What sort of concerns have you got in your life? Come sit down on the sofa. Just relax. That's the sort of vibe it is in here at the moment right now. And it is what it is. Everyone in the comments here saying, have faith. Hey, look, I'm having faith, man. I've really got faith. But my faith didn't just get tested last week. I don't know what last week can be described as from a faith perspective. But they had all my faith going into that game. And I still believe it. I still believe that we could. And then, wow, we did not. We did not turn up. Today, let's see what happens. Change has happened. Cavani, Ronaldo, I'm excited. Sean Wan-Bissaka, you've got to do it as wing-backs. You've got to do it. Varane, will you bring the defensive solidity? I'm gone for a 1-0. Let's see if I'm right. Thank you very much, everybody, for all your comments. Honestly, it's dead fun. It's dead engaging. Please, if you're new here, drop a like on the video. Subscribe to United People's TV. Thank you very much. Or Salim, Craig, Ian, everybody. Craig Dawson. There was 2 Craigs, actually. Double Craig show. Thank you very much for joining in from all around the world. South Africa, America, Australia. There's some guy from Australia who comes on sometimes. Don't really like him, though. But thank you all very much for joining in. Hopefully, I've got a smile on my face after this. Please, United, don't do another shit show. Please, for the love of God. My God, I can't predict it. I can't predict it. You can't predict anything. Gary, you call it soul destroying. It is soul destroying. What United will turn up today? We're going to find out in 6 minutes. Everybody enjoy the game. You catch me on Twitter. I'll speak soon. I'll be here with my live match reaction. Not live match reaction, my match reaction straight after the game. Thank you very much for joining in. And United, please don't do it again. Don't do it again. I don't need that for another week.